We're after a 1945 vintage aircraft that crashed here in June of 1945 after it lost engine power. It's been in the water here ever since, a little over 65 years, and it was discovered by a fisherman about a year and a half ago. The aircraft, which is an SB2C Helldiver, it's a pretty rare bird. They built, Navy built maybe 5,000 of them during the war, but there are only a handful left. As a matter of fact, there are 3 or 4 in existence anywhere, including this one, and that makes it very rare, of course.
At the end of May in 1945, my father was flying a training flight in an SB2C-4 Helldiver, which is a dive bomber that was in the Navy inventory at that time. This particular model of aircraft had some issues with it, among which was they were pretty well known that sometimes the engine would just quit with no warning, and that's what happened. So it had an engine out emergency, and my father didn't have time to restart, or was unable to restart, and so he ended up just basically landing the gear in the water. Of course, that was in the end of May 1945. The country was losing a lot of aircraft in combat as well as in training missions, and so it wasn't a big deal to lose an aircraft, and they just climbed out and swam ashore and hitchhiked back to town, to the base, and reported the aircraft ditched in the reservoir, and that was the end of the story. And the gunner told me today that a couple of days later they got in another airplane and continued to fly. To have this aircraft going forward, to be in the museum where my dad's great-grandchildren, my grandchildren, can go see an aircraft that my dad flew, is pretty wonderful.